Hello everybody, Turiosaurus here. Hope you're all doing fantastic. I am doing extremely well, thank you. And we are here in Feed the Beast on the server because you guys seem to be fine with it and I was super excited about it. So, we went ahead and did it. I went through and I gave us all of our tools and we have, I am in creative. Oopsie, that is my mistake. Creative off, options, recipe mode. No, whatever. There we go. And now we should be in recipe mode. We are okay. Excuse me. That did not happen. We were not in cheating mode. Anyways, I got us our armor and our tools and all that. They're a little less broken than they were in the playthrough, but what are you going to do? We did lose some stuff, not because we had to, but more because I didn't feel like spawning that stuff in. So like our food situation sucks right now. Our blocks, not so great. Our exploring equipment, basically right now just torches. But, you know, I got signs and rotten flesh in unsorted. We also have specialty items, so like my scoop, the thaumium pickaxe that we found from that chest. I got my wand and this and my portal gun, because all those were really rare finds that were kind of hard to get. So I went ahead and spawned those in. We have all of our gems and dusts and stuff. I made a fuels chest, mostly because I couldn't think of how to categorize all that stuff, and I needed a spot for it. So there's that, and then we have our metals. This is where we're going to keep all of the ores and dusts and bars. So yeah, we're fairly well sorted. We have high ceilings above us. We're living in a gorgeous, kind of reminds me of, oh gosh, what's it called? Meduseld? I think that's what it's, the Golden Hall in Lord of the Rings, King Theoden's Hall. I'm pretty sure it's called Meduseld. Call me on it if I'm wrong. I'm not sure. But, anyways, this is our mine. So as we're heading down here, big news, guys. Really big news. On multiple accounts, this is just a little water hole. I lit it up. So there shouldn't be monsters there. And if there is, I'll light it up more. But yeah, so first off, new Feed the Beast packs were released, and they are awesome. We'll get to that in a second. So this is an abandoned mine shaft that I found as I was digging our quarry. So if you head left, you head into the deeps of the catacombs of the mine shaft, and if you head right, then we head down into our quarry. So that'll head us down here, and then it kind of dead-ended, so I used that as a way to make my strip mine just down here. I think it's a good system actually, because this way we have all of this while we're searching for diamonds, right? Because the this part, the abandoned mine shaft, is too high for diamonds, but it's great for, you know, everything else. A quick jaunt to get some coal or some silver, I think that is. I'm not sure, but you know, quick jaunts to get stuff like that, perfect. There also appears to be a ravine right over there, and I finally remembered the name for those. You guys should be proud. They are ravines, Ermagerd. Anyways, we were talking about the new packs. So I'm sticking with Yogcraft because we just did a move. I don't feel like rebuilding this somewhere else. Yada yada. This is going to be our pack for a little while. Once other packs update to 1.6, then we may be changing, because that's significant changes to where it could really be worth it for us to change out and start a new pack. But for now, this is it. However, for those of you guys who do play Feed the Beast, how flippin' cool is like the Unleashed pack, right? Or how's about the, oh, what's it called? Magic Farm pack that Jaded Cat made. Oh my god! So cool. Love it. Love the Magic Farm pack. It makes me geek out very hard. For those of you guys who haven't seen any videos on that, it's kind of hard to describe, but it like redoes the hunger system for one. So like if I was to eat a potato, just like your standard uncooked potato or a carrot, it's going to do half of a hunger. All standard foods do that. Raw beef, raw pork, all that stuff, half a hunger. If you cook it, depending on what it is, it can be anything from a morsel to a light meal to a heavy meal to a highly saturated meal and stuff like that. And that'll give you more hunger, and your hunger will last longer based off of that. Also, your hunger drains like super quickly, so it makes it super realistic on the food thing. Plus, it adds like 45 new foods to the game or something like that. And then like recipes, like you can make a bacon cheeseburger in game. Bacon cheeseburger. It's crazy. Craziness. I just realized we don't have a hoe, do we? No. Well, let us make a pretty hoe, a pretty, pretty hoe. It will be a red hoe, a pretty, pretty hoe. So, if you couldn't tell, I'm in a pretty good mood. But yeah, so the Jaded Cats Magic Farm Pack is amazing. Basically there. Definitely recommend any of you more hardcore Minecrafters out there to check that out if your PCs can handle it. Most of these things are actually optimized really, really well, and so they'd run better than you'd think they would. Then there is like the Unleashed pack, which is like their new general purpose pack, almost like Feed the Beast Ultimate, just not quite so crazy, as far as I know, because there's no like Greg Tech elements to it. I'm pretty sure that's what's missing. But that is a crazy pack. So you guys know how complicated this is. There's so much I can do. I mean, here, just to show you, there's 23 pages of blocks like this. This is all the stuff that we can make. Now, a lot of this is micro blocks. They don't really count. But look at all this. All the trees and all the guns that you can make and the music discs and paints and crazy like bee combs and stuff. All this. It is psychotic, the amount of stuff that you can do in just Yogcraft, right? Unleashed, 45 pages, guys. 45 pages of stuff that you can do. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. I'm not great at Feed the Beast. I'm not going to pretend that I am, and I don't think I ever will be. But I can get by. There is so much stuff inside of the Unleashed pack. I wouldn't know where to start. I really wouldn't. Especially since I'm fairly certain it has... I forget what it's called. It's this mod where you start with a book, and basically there's like the vanilla items, like a sapphire pickaxe, right? Or you can use special tools to make different parts of the items, such as you can have a long sword, right? So it'd be different than a sword. It'd literally be a long sword. I think they call it a rapier or a rapier. I'm not sure. It's French. I'm bad at French. But yeah, you can have that, right? And say you make the blade out of cactus, and you make the crossguard out of gold, and the handle could be made from iron, right? And because those three things are in there, it's going to have different properties than if it was just iron or just cactus or just gold. It'll be a fully customizable sword. That is a thing in the Unleashed pack and the New World pack, I believe, as well. It changes Minecraft into an entirely different set of stuffs, and it's psychotic. Yeah, it's pretty much just really crazy. I don't have a crafting bench. Look at me, being nub-like with no crafting bench. Just pop it right there. So yeah, that is a crazy thing that's going on. And then there's also some really cool stuff going on for the channel as well. I'm not going to get into it too much just yet. We'll kind of see how you guys feel about this. But yesterday, I kind of had free time on my hands, but not really. I'm still looking for another job, although actually I have a prospect to be getting another job. which is pretty good, and it'll be really close to like walking distance from my house, which is just so fantastic. Really hoping to get that, but at the same time trying not to get my hopes up too high, because the person's not necessarily looking for an employee. It just so happens to be the pretty much best friend of my old boss, and my old boss loves me. New boss, not so much. Old boss, yes. So, hopefully, at least relatively soon, something will open up there, and I'll be getting a job through that guy, which would be really cool. Excuse me 1 second. Just gotta... Oh, sorry. I'm drinking coffee today, and it has been a while. And so I've kind of got that coffee phlegminess. Ye coffee drinkers out there probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Sometimes when you drink the coffee, you get a little flemish. Yes. But anyways, just with the new job and all that stuff, I've been relatively busy and kind of just tired. My current employment really just drains me of like all of my energy. I'm at a really weird period with my sleep cycles where, because I work night shifts, right, I am really just kind of I'm losing my natural sleep pattern, I guess would be a good way to put it. So basically, I work nights, and because of this, I am up pretty much all night. However, my natural desires, I guess you could say, or my natural sleeping pattern is more inclined to being waking up at, say, I don't know, maybe 9 o'clock, 8:30, something like that. So I'm tending to wake up probably more about 10 to 11 right now, because I'm not getting to sleep until like 6 or 7 in the morning, which is a bit out of character for me now. When I was younger and I played video games a lot more hardcore than I do now, excuse me, then it was more common for me to be up that late. However, in the last 2 years or so, I haven't stayed up that late probably ever until like the last week. But for the last week, I just can't seem to sleep. And it's late enough at night that I don't like to do much because I don't want to wake up the wife. So I'm not recording at that time either, which kind of sucks. I probably will start doing that, actually. I'll just close my door and try and be quieter, which would mean more content for you guys. But because of this weird sleep schedule, I'm just really tired and kind of unmotivated to do stuff. So I'm really hoping to get the new job to fix that, because it'd be a day job, which would be just amazing. But anyways, I have rambled on and pretty much kind of just wasted time for no reason. What I've been trying to tell you guys for like the last 5 or 10 minutes, I guess, is that I did test runs yesterday in some of my free time. I wasn't feeling too well yesterday, so I didn't really want to record. But I found out I may just barely squeak by on my internet during the middle of the day, not at night, because my internet seems to drop down at night. I'm pretty sure it's illegal, but I don't care enough to raise a big fit about it. But yeah, I'm fairly certain that my internet company drops down my internet capabilities at night to save them money. But yeah, any hoosers, I may just barely squeak by for streaming, which, as I'm sure you guys know, means that I would be playing games live. I did a test run where I hooked up a laptop in the other room, and I streamed for like probably about 5 minutes. And it was a little laggy, at times, not gonna lie to you guys. I was playing Feed the Beast Unleashed pack actually, so it was even laggier than this. Um, but yeah, it was a little laggy when I was generating chunks and stuff like that, and my internet would occasionally skip a little bit. But audio quality seemed to be fairly spot on, and the delay seemed to average out at about 45 seconds. So I would say something, and then about 45 seconds later, I would hear it come through the speakers of the laptop. But I mean, aside from like the little standard blips that you get from live streaming, it seemed to be fine. Now, lately, with just the hectic kind of everyday life stress, I guess you could say, that I've been under, you guys may have noticed that that whole server meetup thing that I was doing kind of stopped. And that sucks, because I was really enjoying the server meetup thing. I just can't seem to find the time to set it up properly. So the live streaming would actually be really nice. I could even live stream myself recording stuff. I probably wouldn't do that, because then if you guys watch the live stream, there's no reason to watch the recording. But nonetheless, live streams are great. Basically, I could. I don't have two monitors, which makes it hard. But I could set up the laptop next to me on my desk, because there's room for that. And I would load up my own page, and that's how I could watch the chat. So I would actually see the chat live as you guys see it, even though I am playing about 45 seconds in the past, which it's a kind of weird concept. But it's a great way for guys like me to talk to you guys. As great as the comment section is, it's all post stuff happening. So like, okay, say I live stream us mining in the strip mine on this world. A great possibility, because I plan on doing most of the strip mining off camera, because it's kind of boring. And eventually I run out of stuff to say. Although I could probably be doing it right now. I don't really know why I'm not, actually. So let's hop down into the mines, since I forgot to make myself a bed. And let's mine some stuff. So here, we'll clear out this level right here. Because this is just a little area. I don't really need this stuff in here anyways. I might as well just mine it all up, right? So yeah, we'll mine up all this. But yeah, the live streaming could be great, because it's a nice way for me to talk to you guys without the delay. So say I'm down here mining, and I run past a diamond. You know, stuff like that happens. You've been strip mining for 2 hours, you get tired. People miss diamonds. It does happen. Happens all the time. And if I was live streaming, you guys could be like, wait, turn back. And I would. And then we'd have diamonds that I would have missed. And I wouldn't have known about it until like the next week, when I had read the comment section and been like, oh, I missed diamonds. Whoopsie, hope I can find them again. And possibly not find them again. Which would suck, because diamonds are very important to me. Because we don't have very many of them. In fact, I'm not sure that we have any of them. Do we have any diamonds? I don't think that we do. Yeah, we have no diamonds, which is kind of a sad day. But, you know, what you gonna do? So yeah, the live streaming thing is definitely a possibility. It's just kind of a really cool opportunity for us to chat, which I think would be awesome. And up until I ran these tests, I didn't think that my internet would be capable of it. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get a true test. Being that I'm testing it from my computer, basically, it's sort of the same thing as with this server that I'm on. For security reasons, I can't really open this up. Also because I don't know if my ISP even allows servers to be ran. I'm thinking it doesn't, because my ISP sucks. CenturyLink, don't go through them if they're in your area. They're not that great. They really aren't. But yeah, so I actually don't think that I am legally allowed to run a server from my home with my current uh, provider, which kind of sucks. But it's their legal right to say that I can't do that. So I have no ability to say no. Basically, if I say no, they could cut my internet, and then you guys might not hear from me for like a month. So that would suck. But yeah, so me watching my stream from here means that I'm probably routing through the same server that I'm streaming to, kind of thing. At least that's my concept of it, which is fine, really, except for that I don't live in the UK while I'm streaming from Oregon, which means that I know some of you guys do. You live in Europe. And so you guys would be going through a whole nother lane of cables in order to watch my stream, which means what's not laggy for me could be really, really laggy for you guys, which is kind of disappointing. And that was the whole point of this spiel, is that just because I think it's going to work doesn't mean that it's going to work. But I am darn willing to try, guys. I think it's going to be fantastic. No idea as to when the first test stream will go up just yet. It's probably going to be a little while. Maybe next week if we get really lucky. But it's just really hard to say. However, the nice part is that now I know that I have the capabilities of it. The bad part is that I'm using XSplit free version. Now, if I manage to get better internet, I'll probably just buy XSplit, because then I'd be able to use some really nice functions. One of the main functions being game capture, which means that even if I'm not looking at the screen on my main monitor, you're only seeing the game, which is really good. So say I need to, I don't know, check the chat or change a moderator or something like that. If I alt-tab out right now, you guys would then have to watch my internet page as I change the moderators and stuff, and that's just not fun. It's not. So the whole game view thing would be great, except for that it's locked to non-purchasing peoples, free users like myself. We can't do that. We have to use screen capture, which is fine. I can capture my whole screen, and you guys will see this. Actually, it'll be in windowed mode, so you guys will see a little bar up here at the top. Not that big of a deal. But, yeah. It's just not quite a perfect setup yet. Though I am very excited about it. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay. I thought I lost my hoe. It's not a good thing to lose, man. Gravel. I need dirt. Give me a dirt block. This is my dirt block. I claim it in the name of Turiosaurus. Yeah, you heard me. There we go. Let's get some bread planted. Some wheat. We'll get some wheat planted. But there we go. So we'll have a nice little crop farm growing here. Eventually I'll spread out and get carrots and potatoes and all that. It's a brand new world, guys. All sorts of stuff to explore. And looks like there's a totem up there. I'm not sure, but I think where there is these totems, there's usually a claw close by. I don't know what to really call them. I call them claws. I don't know what they really are. But they're those things that contain the thaumic chest things inside of them. But I think for now, what we're going to do is we're going to crack open some of these beehives in the area. and see what we got. Now, I have a whiny kitten at my feet, so I hope that doesn't bug you guys too much. It is one of the itty bitty babies, so there is nothing I can do to shut it up. It sees me as its father, and thus wishes to be with me all the time, and has now climbed up in my lap. They're adorable, though sometimes annoying. No, they're fine. They're fine. If I cared that much, I'd just close my door. And if it bugs you guys, you can tell me, and I'll just keep my door closed. That's one of the nice things about the new place. I have a door. I can actually control the sound. I can control what comes in and out of my office now. It's amazing. So what do we get? We have meadows and marbled. Very, very good. One thing that I really wish Yogcraft had was 1.5. Like 1.52 compatibilities. For one reason only. One reason which I can probably show you guys, actually. So this is N.E.I now, right? We have all this, but you don't really see the bees, right? You just see the comb. So say I do, we'll do R on a barren comb, and it doesn't really tell me how to get these. Maybe uses, right? So we press U. It's used in a centrifuge. That's all that tells us. You can look at them and see what they might drop, like rotten might drop rotten flesh. Cool. Radioactive has a chance to drop uranium. How sweet is that? Or, where's one that's actually really cool? Maybe, well, there's bronze, right? Bronze combs, right? So you have bees that drop bronze dust. How sweet is that, right? Or blazing, and then you can get blaze powder, I think. Yeah, blaze powder. Sorry if there was a weird frame skip there or something. The cat crawled on my keyboard. They love it up on my desk. That's the one thing I don't like about them. But I'm going to be right back to show you a difference between the 1.4 version of N.E.I. and the 1.5. So we'll be right back, guys. Alrighty, guys. We're back. And this is the Unleashed mod pack. So first off, there's like blue slimes. We have books and all sorts of craziness here. So this, let's get to survival mode works, I suppose. This is, It was different than I remember. Anyways, this is N.E.I. in 1.52, stuff like that. I must have been in a different mod pack when there was that 45 pages. That must have been the unhinged mod pack, would be my guess. This appears to be gravel with iron in it. No clue what that was about. But yeah, 137 pages. They are smaller pages than I'm used to, though. So that's probably why. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It'll all function the same. So let's do drone. So these are, let's see here, forest drones. That's all very normal. Let's find one that's very cool, shall we? We have a rocky drone, resilient, tarnished, leaden, emerald drone. Here we are. R. Look at this. Bee breeding. You can also infuse a Stark drone with an air shard to get an aura drone, apparently. Not sure what that has to do with emerald. But whatever. Oh, I see. It tells you the different ones that you can do. There's Ignis, Aqua, Solum for Earth, and Precantatio or whatever for Vis. Very interesting stuff. But this is the big one here. Bee breeding. So you get a Lapis princess and a noble drone, and there's a 5% chance for an emerald queen to pop out. Now, emerald queens Let's hit U on the Emerald Queen, and we'll see what they're used for. Emerald Queens can be used to get rubies and sapphires. They also produce emerald combs and rocky combs. Emerald combs are, of course, used in the centrifuge. And when you get them in the centrifuge, there is a chance for the emerald fragments. Emerald fragments can then be made into actual emeralds. So basically, the reason I love 1.5 so much is the detail levels that you can get to. So there is all sorts of stuff for these. Tells you how to get any kind of bee that you want, the percentage chance, and say I don't know how to get an indigo, so then I just hit R on that, and I'm like, oh, maroon oppression, very good. But how do I get oppression? That's water and valiant. It puts it into more layman's terms for dum-dums like myself, which I think is just awesome. But I feel like we've probably gone long enough with this episode. Plenty more to look at in the next episode. We will be back on our server in what I'm dubbing as Meduseld. And we'll be working on our own stuff. We will not be in this pack. I just wanted to show you guys the updated N.E.I. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Feed the Beast. Although we didn't get much done, we had a lot to talk about, so that was good. And I guess we shall see you all next time.